Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven. I'm a pharmacist. I own 52 units of real estate and I help coach people to buy the first multifamily deal. So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, mentorship, check out my link tree down below. From there, you can learn more about the program, the coaching, and be able to send me an email directly if you have any questions. Anyways, today I want to talk about how I've been investing for 8 years in real estate and what I learned investing in real estate over 8 years. So I started 2017, and hindsight is always 2020. So back when I was buying in 2017, I didn't think it was a good time to buy. I just was buying deals on MLS at market price. I didn't offer above market. I didn't offer it below market. It was just at market pricing. But fast forward to today, everything I bought on MLS at market pricing in 2017, 19, and 20 ended up doing very well thanks to COVID, thanks to interest rates going down, and the real estate market was skyrocketing at that time. So I never knew that was all going to happen. Once again, I just was trying to buy on market at market pricing, nothing fancy. Like my apartments, I'm buying off market using direct mail, and I buy them under market value. That's different. I was literally buying on market, and that's it. So one thing that I want to share is most of my net worth was made not from cash flow, but from appreciation of real estate. Once again, most of my net worth, which is $6.6 million today, about $5 million from real estate. That $5 million of real estate is from the appreciation of my real estate. So case in point, my first property I bought in Livermore, I bought for $800,000. Initially, when I was renting it out, I was negative $500 a month. And I could take negative $500 a month because I work a W-2 job. And I felt like I was just paying myself. It's a forced savings account. And what happened was every year, this property appreciated by $800,000 on average. Not 800, sorry. $80,000 on average. I wish $800,000, $80,000 on average a year. Today, it's worth $1.4 million. So between principal paydown, between market appreciation, and factoring depreciation, which I can't really capitalize on because I'm not a real estate professional, I now have about $800,000 of equity in this deal between my down payment, principal paydown, and market appreciation. So just on this one property, I literally bought it, house hacked it, lived in it, moved out, rented out to the same tenant. It's made me $800,000. Kind of tax-free right now, unless I sell and I pay capital gains tax. But capital gains tax is at most 20%, which is half my W-2 tax bracket, which is 45%. I have to pay depreciation recapture, which is, ordinary income tax rate. But all in all, if I were to factor all that in, I'd probably come out of pocket $700,000 on this deal after taxes, after depreciation recapture. So that's crazy in that aspect. Very insane. But once again, most of my money was made in appreciation. Now this property breaks even in cash flow. I can talk about my second property I bought was a duplex in San Francisco. This one cash flows about $800, maybe $1,000 a month right now because I raised rents gradually over time. But even if I made, let's say, $1,000 a month, that's $12K a year. This property appreciated. I bought for 1.1. I think it's worth 1.5 today. So it didn't appreciate much, but it appreciated about, what is that? Let's call it about $40,000, $50,000 a year. The cash flow is $12K a year. So most of my wealth was made from the appreciation of this property. Another property I own in Orange County, bought for $750. It's worth 1.2 today. Breaks even in cash flow. Maybe at this point, I may be making $200 a month, but I made $400,000 of appreciation, which is $50K a year on average. My apartment complex, my 26 unit apartment, it cash flows $6,000 a month. Times that by 12, that's $72K a year, which is actually good. But I made most of my money by raising my NOI, doing renovations, raising the rents, increasing the NOI, which increased the value. So in this one's a double whammy, which is why I love multifamily real estate. Not only am I making $6,000 a month, which is $72K a year, tax free, I also forced $800,000 of appreciation on this deal. So with multifamily, you can have your cake and eat it too. With single family, I don't get much cash flow. Most of my money was made through market appreciation. With multifamily, I was able to make wealth in two ways. Initially, I made $800,000 by renovating the units and raising the rents up to market rent. So that's $800,000 of forced appreciation because it's worth $1.6 million today. But on top of that, I'm getting $6,000 a month in cash flow, which is $72K a year, tax-free, which is a pharmacist's salary after taxes. So I made $800,000 for doing all the sweat equity, but now I'm passively making $6,000 a month. Yes, it's not true $6,000 a month because yes, I'm putting money aside for a new roof. I'm putting money aside for plumbing issues. I'm putting money aside for when the insurance comes and they're doing their inspection, they're gonna make me pay $5,000, $10,000 to fix it up. But still, conceptually, I made most of my money from forcing appreciation, and now I get cash flow. Yes, the cash flow is $72K a year, but I'm saving that money for CapEx, and whatever's left over I can't spend. But I'm having both. So most of my wealth was made through market appreciation of single-family homes or forced appreciation in multifamily. And with multifamily, if you force appreciation, if you buy right, you renovate the property, you force appreciation by increasing the rents to market rent or bring it closer to market rent, you're going to make a lot of money. And on top of that, you're cash flowing like crazy now because I'm grossing $16K a month. But net, it's going to be $6K after my debt service, after my payments. Because roughly, it's going to be $8,000 for my expenses and $2,000 for my loan. So I cash flow $6,000 a month. So it's kind of was one deal is carrying my team. So that's what I learned. Another thing I wish I learned is just stay focused. Stay focused in one asset class. I listed 3 that I'm in. Single-family homes in California, single-family home in Huntsville, Alabama, which is new construction, and then multifamily in Oklahoma. And at this point, I'm probably not going to buy more in California because I'm self-managing the deals. It's hard to cash flow. Maybe I'll buy some in Huntsville, Alabama because it's super passive, new construction. Don't have to do much about it. But I want to buy like one more apartment complex, ideally 20 to 40 units. That's a good deal that I can renovate it and then raise the rent significantly. So it has to be below market rents that I'm buying it and ability to renovate it. So get one more of these deals. And then that's all I need to like really retire for the rest of my life. And the new construction is super passive. So right now I'm trying to buy apartment complex under market value. That makes sense for me, cash flow day one. And I'm able to renovate the units and raise the rents to market rents. So, maybe I'm buying a deal that's maybe the rents are $500 or less. And after renovations, I can raise the rents to closer to $800, which is market. And then from there, what I want to do is buy new construction, take over loan subject to, homes that are like 5 years old, take over loan subject to, get 10 of these, maybe they break even. And after 10 years, hopefully they appreciate in value. I can sell half, use that half to pay off the other half, or a few of the properties on the other half. That's kind of my goal. That's my goal, my strategy. So for me, that's what I want to do. So just pick one. I tried a mobile home park. I lost money. So anytime I deviate from what works for me, what I have unfair advantage in, I lost money. So I went to mobile home park. I thought it was cool. I thought I was a cool dude. Multiple assets. Lost money in mobile home park. I actually wanted to do self-storage too. I wanted to own apartments, self-storage, and mobile home parks because those are the 3 recession-resistant assets, supposedly. I got a mobile home park. I was looking at self-storage. Thank God I didn't buy self-storage because I may have lost money too because it's a different asset class. So, number 1, summarize. I made most of my money through appreciation. Number 2, stick to one asset class and do that for a long time and you'll have way more money than you ever know what to do with. Number 3, it sucks for the first 10 years. The first 5 years I owned real estate, I feel broke. I'm 8 years into owning real estate right now. Cash flow $10K a month, I still feel broke because I know that money is saved for CapEx or saved to buy another piece of property. So I'm not using that money to improve my lifestyle. I'm using that money to self-sustain my real estate portfolio. Eventually, I'll save up enough money where I have enough for a down payment on another property that's paid for by my cash flow on my other properties. So the first 10 years suck. and will make or break your career. I hope to do real estate for the rest of my life and own these properties free and clear, and then my kids can inherit them free and clear eventually. But that's my goal, is to own these properties as long as possible. So you have to have a long-term outlook. Another thing I learned about buying real estate is don't compare yourself to syndicators. Syndicators flex. I own 1,000 units. They own 1% of 1,000 units. Oh, I raised capital. Oh, I scaled from 0 to 1,000 in like 1 year. These syndicators are having problems right now because no one could underwritten interest rates skyrocketing this much. Back when it was like 3-4%, now it's 8-9%. No one could have underwritten how much materials and labor got more expensive. Insurance is more expensive. So they're getting burned now. And I hope to soup up one of those deals at a discounted price from these syndicators. So don't compare yourself on your journey. Like even me, like you don't need to get 52 units. You can own like 4 or 5 single family homes that are paid off. You'll have a very good life. You don't need 52 units like me. You can have a very good life with 4 single family homes in Huntsville, Alabama, paid off, owned free and clear. Each one renting for $2,000 each. That's $8,000. Eventually, if it's paid off, let's say your rents go up to $10,000, and after your property tax, insurance, all that, maybe you have all your fees. Out of that $10,000, you have $7,000 net potentially. If you have no mortgage, that's a lot of money to live off of. That's a nice retirement. So you don't have to get, some people could be happy just buying a fourplex in Vegas. I remember in Sacramento when I was looking there, I could buy a fourplex for like $500,000. If I got like 4 of those, that's 16 units, $2 million total. Eventually, each unit's $2,000 a month. I mean, geez, right? That's $32,000 a month in gross rental income. And if they're all paid off after your expenses, which is like, let's say 30%, you have $20,000 a month in net positive cash flow. That's amazing, right? So like, you don't need to go that crazy. You don't need to go to 52 units. You're fine just owning a bunch of units that are paid off too. So another thing I learned about buying real estate is the real estate income cash flow is very volatile. I wouldn't feel comfortable living off. Yes, I said I take $10,000 a month in net positive cash flow. I only feel comfortable living off 25% of that, which is $2,500. And $2,500 is enough to pay my property tax, my insurance, my HOA, my utilities if I had no mortgage. So that's good enough for me, or for now. But where you start to make more money in real estate is when properties are paid off. So I could sell, and I talked about this in multiple videos, I could sell 2 single family homes that have high equity. I would take my Livermore house that I bought, has $800,000 equity now. After taxes, maybe depreciation, recapture, capital gains tax, I have $700,000. I can pay off my primary residence, putting a little money in the deal. No more mortgage. I save $5,500 a month, no more mortgage. I can take another single family home, sell that, have $600,000 of equity in that. After tax, I can pay off almost both my apartment complexes because the loan is roughly around maybe $700,000 total. So I'd have a paid off primary, two paid off apartments. So 2 units. I have 50 units that I own the majority of it free and clear. And that would boost up my cash flow significantly because on my 20 unit, if that was owned free and clear, I'd save $2,600 a month. My 26 unit, that's $2,000 a month. My mortgage, let's make it $5,000 or $5,500 a month. So what does that equal to? So roughly, that's going to be $10,000 a month in boost cash flow between paying off my 20 unit, paying off my 26 unit, and paying off my mortgage for my primary residence. That's $10,000 a month that I'll have more in my pocket every single month because I'm not allocating it towards my mortgage. I'm not allocating it towards the debt on my 2 apartments. And I'll still own 50 units free and clear. That's a very strong portfolio. And I can make that move. I sold 2 properties. And then at that point, I'd only have debt on I'd probably have about maybe $1.5 to $2 million of debt. I would have wiped off almost $2 million of debt on the table. So I'd still owe on my single family home that I put a lot of equity out in the Bay Area, my one in Orange County, my one in Huntsville, Alabama, and the rest is owned free and clear. And that's going to be about maybe close to $2 million of debt. So I can continue to buy more properties, sell it, take the money and pay out that debt eventually too. But I can own a portfolio where my cash flowing assets are mostly paid off, minus 2 properties. If I sold another one, I could probably pay off own my whole. If I sold 3 single family homes, I'm at 3 highest equity ones. I would own my portfolio free and clear and own 49 units free and clear, including my primary residence. That's crazy. That's crazy, right? So that's how you do it. So you can expedite your journey by your retirement journey by paying off a lot of debt, taking debt off the table. So anyways, just want to share my 8 years of experience as a real estate investor and what I've learned over these 8 years. And hopefully you found some nuggets. Let me know if you have any questions. Once again, if you want one-on-one coaching, if you want mentorship, if you want courses, click on my link tree down below. From there, you can see all the above, and you can send me an email if you have any questions. My email is in the link tree as well. Otherwise, let me know what questions you have. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you next one. Thank you so much.